Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lab, and also welcome back to the newest week of the TCG Burst of Destiny Metagame Report number 11. So, I guess let's start with some small things. Despite everyone know this past weekend is a YCS weekend, we still have some regionals happened during the weekend. There were three, two on Saturday and one on Sunday. And then here is the pie chart. This is actually like not really just the regionals. It's not really too much results, too much data. So it's the ratios looks a little bit off. Um, as you see, there's only 7 10 or so. I mean, out of only what total of 24 decks, because majority of people are still playing YCS instead of really regionals. Therefore, I guess we just mainly skipping all the regional data this week. Let's dive into the YCS, the real tournaments that happened this weekend. So this weekend we had both North America Remote Dual YCS and Latin America Remote Dual YCS in the replacement to replace the cancelled unfortunate YCS Pasadena. So from the North America YCS, as we see, there's a pretty like the ratio is relatively similar to like the pie chart or ratio of the format I did in the past couple weeks, being Sorso and mainly Tenyi Sorso dominating the majority, almost 35% of the pie chart, more than one third. And as you see here, there were 8 10s or so, one being Christian Fibrax, the special version of 10s or so, one DPE Sorso, and one 60 card DPE 10e Sorso, like a mix, like a big mix together. And then followed after Sorso, there are 7 Lyreless Tri Brigade, 4 Sky Striker, and all 4 of the Sky Striker being the DPE Sky Striker, and one of them being a specific artifact DPE Sky Striker. And then 3 Invoke Dogmatica variant, 2 of them being the DPE Invoke Dogmatica, and one of them being Invoke Dogmatica with a little bit of Shadal, and instead of DPE, running Dragoon instead. And then followed just how the format is, followed by a good amount of DPE decks, as you see on the screen: 2 DPE B Trooper, 2 DPE Tri Brigade Zodiac, 1 DPE Drytron, and 1 DPE Cyverse Outage. And then last but not least, one of the Sorcerer Virtual. So that's the breakdown for North American remote devices. Then we have the breakdown for Latin America remote devices, and then relatively similar for the top part. Sorso taking close to 30% of the format, and followed by Leola's Tri Brigade, and then followed by a different variety of DP decks actually. But the difference being Latin America, like for the bottom part, there's a little bit more of like relatively more rogue deck compared to North America. And the detailed breakdown is here. Nice Torso, 4 Lyreless Tri Brigade, 3 DP Invoke Dogmatica, 3 DP Tri Brigade, 2 Drytron, 2 Florindaries, 2 Sky Striker, 2 Virtual World, 2 Phantom Knights, one being DPE Phantom Knights and one being Dragoon Phantom Knights, and then 1 Evil Twin, 1 Prank Kit, and 1 DPE Invoke Outage. So instead of me really dive deep into any specific list, this week I'm not really gonna cover any specific list. All the YCS top lists that I collected will be included in the Google Doc, and then on the link will actually be in the description of this video. And then this week, I'm actually gonna make the report public to everyone. It will still be uploaded and updated on Patreon, but you don't have to. Well, the patrons will have early access to the whole report. But by the time this video is uploaded on YouTube, I will turn everything into public to everyone. So if you would like to support, this week's report specifically will be public to everyone. And then I guess I will make a quick conclusion instead of the past couple of weeks where I just keep repeating myself saying, yeah, we're in a format where pretty much everything's same and nothing gonna change until the Forbidden Limited list, which is still true. However, this week we have a lot of datas, a little bit from the regional and a lot from the two different YCS. So I made a big pie chart here as this is the entire breakdown for this past weekend. Looking at then this pretty much reflecting um, how the whole Burst of Destiny format is actually going, and then well, for the detail ratio, the top one third, almost one third of the format being Source Soul, and then within the Source Soul being majority of them are 10-year Source Soul, and then followed by Leerless Tri Brigade. Leerless Tri Brigade actually won the North American regional, and I guess Leerless Tri Brigade is actually just the best combo deck of the format. So these two are taking like close to like 40 to almost 50% of the format, and after that, another, like I would say, the following almost one third to maybe even more of the format are actually just different DPE decks, and they consist with Invoke Dogmatica, Sky Striker, Tri Brigade, Phantom Knights, Eldritch, and then a little bit like Drytron, Beat Trooper, so on and so far. And then some of them fall into the other section. So this is really how the format goes. Source Souls, then Lyrillus, and then DPEs. And among all the DPE decks, Invoke Dogmatica has, or different variants of Invoke Dogmaticas, has the highest representations, and occasionally it can even be more than Lyrillus Tri Brigade. So that's essentially how the format is. How I guess this is really kind of almost a conclusion, not for just this week, but for the entire Burst of Destiny format, and being like this. So I guess I mentioned a little bit earlier. All the datas will be updated into the Google Doc, including all the collected regional top lists from this week, all the collected YCS top lists from any possible social media, Facebook, YouTube, or occasionally just private message from the player, and then as well as all collected data from Latin America. I'm also updating those in the Google Doc. It'll be a it will be a big spreadsheet including all of them, and as well as this all the pie charts you've seen, all three of them, or actually all four of them, including this one, which is all three like different sections together. So and before I really end this video, I have a couple big shout outs. Shout outs to, first of all, Luxury Gaming and then Ready for Duel, the two Facebook page. Um, they provided, or they collected a good amount of North America YCS deck lists, and they are still being updating. Once I see they made any post, I will be just kind of either link it or grab the picture and then update it into my Excel spreadsheet as well. And also for Latin America remote YCS, special shout out to Rafael Reich. Also, congrats to him. Also, topped the YCS. He actually responded to. He sent me a good amount of info about the top list from Latin America, and also from his source. It's the Facebook page, Battle Killers BK Team. That's he also grabbed a lot of source from there. So shout out to both of them for providing useful information for the Latin America, especially where I usually don't have any access to for over there. So everything will be updated into Patreon, and for the majority of the public, you will, by the time this video is up, the post in Patreon will be turned public on the same day, and then all the data for this week will be free, will be actually public to everyone. And then for the past ones and then for in the future, I will still um, keep it under the Patreon under the lowest tier. If you would like to send support, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then I will appreciate if you are joining my Patreon. It's only for $5 a month, and then I especially appreciate for whoever that's already signed up for the Patreon. And then the links will also be in the description section for this video. So that being said, that's the end of this week's report. There isn't too many decks to include, but I feel like every single top list from the YCS are essentially um, like the results of the players. So if you can, it just I will prefer you just click into every single one of them because it's your top list. So that being said, starting next week, I will just going back to cover mainly regionals. The YCS weekend actually hasn't ended yet. We still have the top 16 from the previous remote YCS as well as the European remote YCS that replaced YCS Utrecht happening the following weekend. So, and then who knows, we already passed the no sooner than list, so maybe at any point we can see a new Forbidden Limited list dropping. um, so that that's something quite interesting and quite exciting to see. I guess that being said, um, Burst of Destiny season is still going, and I'll keep doing as how I've been doing. And I appreciate everyone's support, and I'll see everyone in the lab in the future. See ya.